Alright, so I'm going to do a quick update. I did a review on the Galaxy Buds, and now I got the Galaxy Buds Plus. So I'm going to go over like the key differences that I noticed and what I liked about these versus the old ones. So I don't know the exact specs off the top of my head, so I'm just gonna go based on my experience with them and what I liked about them. So these old, as you can see, the old Buds case, it's like this old matte, it's a matte finish, and then the new one's like this glossy. Um, they're both nice. I don't really mind either one. The main difference I noticed with the case is with these. Hopefully it's not going to turn off my recording, but when you open this, when you open the new ones, it's like this smooth opening, and it just opens like that. And I mean, the closing, there's a nice satisfying close, but when you open it, it's just like smooth all the way to the end. I kind of didn't like that after going from these. The close is basically the same with the magnet, but when you open these, it stops partway and then it clicks open. So I don't want to leave it open too long where it's going to connect to my phone and then shut it off. But other than that, the buds are mostly the same. So the buds on here are like a different finish. So here, let's see if I can show this real quick. The buds here is like this color. And then this one around the edge out here, it's also glossy. On the other ones, it's kind of more of a matte plastic, if I remember. Yeah. So, okay, sorry. I don't want to leave it open. It turns off my camera. But anyways, these are glossy around the edge. And then on the old ones, it's like a matte. I don't really care about that either way. And then this part is a bit more pearly looking colored. So it's like a more darkish black gray pearl. And this one, actually they're very similar. I didn't notice that. So this one is more of blackish metallic color, and I actually just noticed the regular buds is more of like has that speckly pearl texture to it. Okay, now, so enough about the regular buds. I already talked about these. The main thing with the Galaxy Buds Plus that I like, the ambient sound is so much better. Like on this one, I never used the ambient sound. I actually hated it so much that when I wore the buds, I actually pulled off the rubber thing to wear this in my ear so that I can hear everything around me. The outside still does sound better if I wear the bud like this, but the problem with that is then it's really hard to hear the stuff that's playing from my phone or audio device. So with the Galaxy Buds Plus, I actually leave this intact. And if you're wondering why I only have one bud in each case, this one is actually in my ear right now. I wear one in my ear at a time, just like with the old one. One huge difference, the battery life on these, they last so much longer. I've only had the battery run low when using one bud the whole day. I've only had that happen like once or maybe twice. On this one, it happened almost every day. Like I would run low and then I have to switch to the other bud, which I guess is somewhat good because it makes my both ears get somewhat equal usage. This one, I end up almost always using the right earbud, and then once in a while I'll be like, I should probably use the left earbud. So hopefully I'm not screwing up the battery so that only one is going to work. But if that does happen, I mean, I can use one by itself. It's no problem. What happened with this one, so what I mentioned earlier, when I took the rubber piece off and I used that without it. So the problem with that is then this kind of helped the wing. They work together to hold it in your ear. And what happened was I went on a roller coaster at Six Flags and I thought it wouldn't move. I shook my head all around, but it didn't hold very well. And then after the ride, like the ride I went on, it kind of kept knocking my head side to side against the roller coaster seat chair, and it knocked it out of my ear. And I didn't notice for a while it was going, and I said, "Wait, how come something's weird?" So yeah, so without that one thing in your ear, without the rubber piece and the wing combined, it doesn't stay in your ear that well. So that's what happened with this. Because of the ambient sound not being so great, I took the rubber piece off and I ended up losing it on a roller coaster. So that's one reason the ambient sound is so great. They also have a special lab features for these buds where you can crank up the ambient sound, so actually the ambient sound is even louder. And then they have another lab feature where you can first, with the normal feature, you can set the touch, of course, just like every other Galaxy Bud, but they added a feature where you can tap like the side while it's in your ear, and you can actually adjust the volume from that. So you can do, your left ear will be to lower the volume and your right ear will be to increase the volume. So that way you can save the press and hold functions on this for something else. So what I use it for is when I press and hold the right button, I can turn the ambient sound on and off. So that way, if I want to hear what people are saying, or if I'm trying to listen to the world around me, then that's that. But if I kind of like not really doing anything, if I'm at home and I just want to switch back to listening to music or whatever's on my phone, I can press and hold it and easily turn ambient sound on and off. And then the left one I leave as the voice assistant, so Google Voice Assistant. So I can press and hold that and then just talk to the Google Voice Assistant. I don't have to say like the OK Google stuff or anything like that. Hopefully that won't activate my, okay. So that's another thing. The battery life on the case, I don't really care too much because since I use one bud at a time and I switch back and forth, there's almost never a time where I'll ever run out of the battery before I can charge it. Like it'll last me the whole entire day, even just on one ear. But unless I don't know, I haven't been listening to music and like throughout the whole day. So usually it's like all the calls and stuff I'm taking and things that will use the battery. So if you're probably listening to music and you have it on loud, you might end up going back and forth, or you might use the case. But the nice thing with this, since I can use one at a time, I'm never interrupted with running out of battery. So if you use two at a time, then after you drain both, then you have to put it in the charging case and wait for it. So I feel like unless you're gonna spend the whole day and never have a place to plug it in, there's no point. And then they have the wireless charge, of course, on both cases. I almost never use the wireless charge just because it's slower and I feel it's more efficient, so I'm just wasting electricity throwing it on a pad. It's not that much work for me to plug this in. The one thing I do like about the wireless charge is if I do somehow break the charge port, then I have an option to keep using this just by throwing it on a wireless pad. But so far I haven't had to use the wireless charge feature. I don't really use it on any of my devices. I feel it's kind of, I feel it's not that much more work to just plug it in. So, yeah. And what else? So it has those lab features, has the new touch feature. The ambient sound is way better. The battery's longer. Sound quality, I don't know what people are talking about. They sounded almost exactly the same to me. If I was switched back and forth, I could barely almost like not tell the difference at all, actually. And then actually I even put one in each ear just to see. I can't tell a difference. So I don't know, some people have some special super hearing or something to hear a difference, or I don't know what. And then microphone quality, I've switched between the buds and I haven't been told that they sound any different. So if the sound quality is different, it's very minor. Wind noise, I don't know if I don't remember if I had people complain about wind noise on this when I have an electric unicycle that I ride with these. I think I might have had someone complain with wind noise. I don't know if I had it on this one as much, so I don't know. But I take calls all the time with these in my ears, even while riding that, and people can hear me even if there is wind noise. So it's not really a problem. The only thing is people ask me, they're like, is it okay to talk now? It sounds like you're outside or something. And so, but other than that, they can hear me, I can hear them, so it's not really a big deal. Yeah, so I think that's probably all there is to this. The only other thing is this one can spin, and this one not so much. So if you like to twirl this kind of thing on your desk and scratch this thing all up, then yeah. It might just be the way this formed, because this one seems like it's a little uneven on the bottom from maybe the wireless casing. yeah, other than that, I think all the rubber tips and everything are the same. Oh, there's one other thing with this, the ambient sound. I didn't use this one too much, so I'm not sure if it'll do it. But they give a warning on this one. Um, when you have ambient sound on, and you go to pull the earbuds out of your ear, sometimes your finger will like make the sound from the microphone basically repeat itself, to where if you've ever been to like a concert or something and people are setting up the microphones, then you hear the loud screech. It basically does that in your ear. So you kind of have to know how to pull it out, or pull it out quickly, or turn off ambient sound before taking it out of your ear, or you'll get like a loud scream in your ear. So yeah, so these are great. I like them a lot. They did come out with the new, I don't know what they're called, Galaxy Beans, Galaxy something, buds. I don't know how those compare. I've been hearing other people say it doesn't seal out the hearing, the sound as well. But they said I think they said it has a pass-through feature, so I would think it kind of seals the sound out. It could just be people are putting the earbuds in wrong, or I don't know, or maybe their ear's not the right shape or something. So the only thing with the beans is there, I don't feel there's much different custom fit, because it's the shape. The shape is the shape. You can't really change like the tips like on these. I think they do have like a different earpiece, but I'm not sure how much that affects the different seals for people's ears. But yeah, so these, I really like them. The ambient sound works really great. It, I mean, the ambient sound's not like completely natural to where it sounds like just your normal ears, but it works really well to where I'll actually use it. Not like the old buds, I didn't like to use it at all. So yeah, that review and stuff ended up taking longer than I thought. But yeah, hopefully it was helpful to some people that are trying to decide between the two. So if you want to hear the world around you and you plan on using ambient sound, go with these. If you don't care about other people around you or whatever's going on, if you like being one of those people that block off the sound and then walk down the sidewalk, blocking the way from other people on the sidewalk, then you can go with these, block out all the sound you want. And yeah, just ignore the world. But if you plan to use ambient sound, get these. And if you plan to listen to the music for long periods of time, go with these as well. But if you're just using it every now and then, these are perfectly great for the money. They're much cheaper, so yeah, you can go with these, just as long as you don't really care about the ambient sound feature, and if you don't really care about controlling multiple different functions from the tapping stuff. So yeah, if you're trying to save money and you just want the sound quality, these are basically, to me, the same. So other than that, ambient feature, longer battery, what else? Ambient sound, longer battery, and the extra touch features. So those are the main takeaway points. So hopefully this video helped some of you guys decide what you wanted, or if you're gonna go with the beans, go with the beans. Let me know what you think. Oh, the magnets in here repel each other. That's kind of cool. But yeah, let me know what you think of the beans if you had the other ones, so then I can decide if I should also get the beans. All right. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.